former member of the President Trump's EPA transition team, Steve Milloy. Steve, good to see you. First of all, when BP had these restrictions on their oil and gas production, I was shocked by that because that's their business. But thank God they've come to their senses and said, you know what, we're going to scrap those rollbacks and we're going to move forward to bring shareholder return and pursue oil and gas drilling, which means revenue for the shareholder.
Well, so Sean, Dagen, thanks for having me. Right, so BP went beyond petroleum around the beginning of the century. Then they had to abandon solar in 2013, as Dagen said. And then about 10 years later now, they've had to abandon wind because there's just no money in it. If you compare BP to best-in-class ExxonMobil over the past, 4 years or so is up about 400% in market value, whereas BP is only up 50%. And of course, they had to scrap their, silly emissions and oil cuts because it's just they're not going to make any money that way. No one makes money on wind and solar. We have been lied to for decades about the profitability of wind and solar. It's just not there, especially not when you compare it to oil.
I wanted to bring up this as well, Steve. In Kamala Harris's her new way forward agenda, there's some kind of gibberish in there about the green energy largesse, as the Wall Street Journal editorial board refers to it. But she wants to build on efforts in the Inflation Reduction Act, lower energy costs, and that we never again have to rely on foreign oil. But it all lines up as a bid to just keep expanding Joe Biden's kind of green energy agenda, but big footing on fossil fuels. But is this a message broadly that, we're just not going to take this?
Well, the only way to get off foreign oil, the best we're going to be able to do is to become energy dominant again. When we, controlled the price of oil, which was during President Trump, under every other president, OPEC was in charge. He's the only one that seized control back, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris gave it right back to OPEC. That is really the only way forward for us. The Green New Scam, as President Trump calls the Inflation Reduction Act, it is just nothing but goodies for various conspirators in the Green New Scam, the solar industry, wind industry, EV makers, all subsidized. None of this stuff would exist without these subsidies. And President Trump is right. His policy is to take that money back, and if Congress is gonna spend that money, we should spend it building infrastructure in America, not feeding the wind and solar industry.
Right. Steve Milloy, wonderful. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.